The fire crackled softly in the big warm living room outside. The wind bowled, making the windows rattle, but inside everything was cozy. A thick knitted blanket covered Grandma Rose's legs as she rocked gently in her chair. The children, five of them in total, sat in a half circle on the floor, their faces lit with excitement. Grandma, tell us a story. Little Lily begged, her hands. Yes, please, Grandma, added to me, who loved stories more than anything. Grandma Rose smiled. She had been telling stories for many years. Her own children had listened to them when they were young, and now her grandchildren sit before her, ready to hear another tale. All right, Grandma said, adjusting her glasses. Tonight I will tell you about a little squirrel named Benny, but you must promise to listen carefully. We promise, the children shouted together. Grandma chuckled and began. Once in a great big forest filled with tall trees and winding rivers, there was a small, brave squirrel named Benny. Benny was not the biggest squirrel, nor was he the fastest, but he had something very special. He had a clever mind. The children leaned in closer, eager to hear. Squirrel with soft brown fur and the fluffiest tail in the forest. He loved scampering up trees, leaping from branch to branch, and searching for the tastiest acorns. But despite all his energy and playfulness, Benny had no great fear the big bad hawk. The hawk was the most feared creature in the forest, with its sharp talons, wide wings, and piercing yellow eyes. It ruled the skies. It could swoop down at any moment, catching small animals who weren't careful. Benny had heard many stories of squirrels and rabbits disappearing because of the hawk. Every time he heard a scratch from above, his little heart would pound in his chest. I always be careful, Benny told himself. I must never let the hawk catch me. One bright morning, Benny woke up hungry. The air was crisp and the trees swayed gently in the breeze. It was the perfect day to gather food. I will find biggest, tastiest acorn today, he declared. Benny scurried down his tree, sniffing the ground from acorns. He found a few small ones but kept searching for the perfect one. Then near the river bank he saw it, a giant golden brown acorn shining in the sunlight. This is it, Benny whispered excitedly. The best corn over. But just as he reached out to grab it, something terrifying happened. A loud screech filled the air. Benny froze, his fur stood on end. He knew that sound too well. It was the hawk. High above, the hawk circled in the sky, its sharp eyes locked into Benny. The little squirrel's heart pounded. Benny grabbed the acorn and dashed toward the trees. but the hawk swooped lower, its giant wings cutting through the air. The shadow of the bird scratched over Benny, making him feel teeny and helpless. He ran as fast as his little legs could carry him, zigzagging through the grass. I need to get to the trees, he thought. These were a safe place. Hawks couldn't fly between the thick branches. But the hawk was fast. Benny felt the rush of wind as it dived closer. He could almost hear its sharp talons ready to grab him. Then Benny spotted something, a hollow log laying near the base of an old oak tree. It was small, just big enough for him to squeeze inside. Without thinking, Benny leaped toward it. Benny dived into the yellow log just as the hawk's talons brushed the ground behind him. His heart pounded. He stayed completely still, his tiny body pressed against the rock. The hawk landed outside. I know you are there, little squirrel. It said in a deep, smooth voice. Come out, and I won't hurt you. When he knew here, he had heard stories about the hawks tricking animals before. He held his breath and stayed. The hawk waited. It peered into the log, but Benny was hidden too deep inside. The great bird let out an impatient scream. You can't stay in there forever, the hawk warned. Benny thought first. How could he escape? Then he had an idea. He picked up a small dry leaf and blew it gently toward the log's opening. The leaf fluttered out and landed a few feet away. The hawk saw the movement and thought Benny was running away. With a loud cry, it took off and chased after the leaf. Benny waited a few more moments, then slowly peeked outside. The hawk was gone. He had tricked it. Benny ran home as fast as he could, his heart still racing. He couldn't believe it. He had outsmarted the hawk. Reached his trees. His family was waiting. Benny, where have you been? His mother asked. You won't believe what happened, Benny said, still catching his breath. He told them the whole story. How he found the acorn, how the hawk chased him, and how he had hidden in the log and tricked the great bird. His brothers and sisters listened in awe. You are so brave, Benny, his little sister said. Benny smiled. I was scared, he admitted, but I used my mind. Being smart helped me escape. From that day on, Benny was known as the cleverest squirrel in the forest. He learned that even though he was small, he could be strong in his own way. Grandma Rose finished the story with a warm smile. The children clapped. Grandma, that was the best story ever, Lily said. Tell us another one, Tommy begged. Grandma laughed. Tomorrow, my dears, now off to bed. And as the children ran to their rooms, they dreamed of brave little Benny and the great adventures of the forest.